Hello, welcome back to Black YouTube Unlocked. So today I want to talk about this Nature Boy situation. Now, when I first knew about this story, I got Nature Boy confused with Brother Nature. And when a few people was telling me about this story, I was like, I'm not interested in somebody who, just has a fascination with animals. But come to find out, Nature Boy is a totally different person. And I still was not really interested in the story until somebody told me that his main wife or whatever, is from New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans. So I was like, wait, hold up. A girl from New Orleans is like brainwashed by somebody? Like, it was just, it just didn't make any sense to me because, present fathers in New Orleans are alpha males. Like, most men in New Orleans are alpha males. And when you are raised by an alpha male, they instill in you, whether it's their sons or their daughters, they instill in you that same mentality. So a lot of women from New Orleans have a very aggressive, nature, and we're very headstrong. So for her to be supposedly brainwashed by this guy, I just felt like it was unbelievable. So for the past month, I've been watching different videos about, Nature Boy and Eliana, aka Velvet, and I really want to talk to Velvet, aka Eliana, whatever, because it's like, I see you, girl. I see you. Like, if anybody is confused, Eliana is not brainwashed by Nature Boy. Eliana is running that whole operation. Eliana is really in Hog's heaven. And I'm going to tell you why. I saw a few videos of her when she's interacting with her father, interacting with her sisters and her brother and her grandmother. And my thing is, if you really are what you say you are, you don't need anybody to remind you who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm really who I say I am, I don't need somebody to nudge me to make me, go back into who I say I am, if that's genuinely who I am. And what I mean by that, every video that Eliana has been in when she's interacting with her people, her parents, her sisters, she needs Nature Boy to nudge her, to have her click back into this Christ mentality. If you've seen the video with her and her daddy, Eliana really don't have no respect for Nature Boy. I'm going to just say that off rip. Eliana is playing a role. She's not brainwashed. She's not manipulated by Nature Boy. She's doing something that she's doing something to get what she's been looking for her entire life. Now, I'm going to explain this later on in the video. When Eliana was having a conversation with her father, she was very respectful, because in New Orleans, you have reverence for your parents. The way that the world is working now, where it's like when you become an adult, you could go toe to toe with your parents. No, that don't go down in New Orleans. Just like her mama said on that that Facebook video, when she told Eliana, if you were in my face, you would have never said that because I would have smacked the fuck out of you. That's real. That's real. Mamas and daddies in New Orleans, they do not play. You could be grown as hell. It ain't no talking back. It ain't no going toe to toe with your parents. So when I'm watching Eliana talk to her daddy, I could still see the reverence for her daddy. If she was really in this Christ, cult, and she really was brainwashed, she wouldn't have reference for her daddy. But she did. And when Nature Boy got on the camera, anytime Nature Boy started getting kind of spicy with her daddy, if you notice, anytime Nature Boy got spicy with her daddy, she'll interrupt can I say something? Can I say something? Because she really wasn't feeling Nature Boy coming at her daddy. And then another thing I noticed, after her daddy left the live, I could see the comments in that live. After her daddy left the live, people were saying all kinds of stuff to her. They were saying very positive things to her and Nature Boy. But when Nature Boy asked her, what are they saying in the live? What are they saying in the chat? You want to know, the one thing that she said to him was, oh, all they're saying is have respect for her father. Why did she pick that comment out of all the comments that people were saying in that chat? Because a lot of people that have the Christ at the end of their name, they were talking down about her daddy. But why, when Nature Boy asked her, what are they saying in the chat, the only thing she said is, they saying you need to respect her father, respect her father. She picked that to tell him because that's how she really feels. That's how she really feels. But she knows if she shows Nature Boy that she still has reference for her parents, he's gonna feel some type of way. So she used the chat to really tell him how she felt, like, you need to have respect for my daddy. Now, moving along, when her sister and her grandmother called her, did you notice that anytime one of her family members got on the camera, she was like, oh, hey, this person, oh, hey, that's my grandmother, that's my brother. And it took Nature Boy to be like, who is Velvet? Who is Velvet? Then she'll switch and be like, oh, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all not respecting me. But wait, if you really feel that way, if you really Eliana, if you really of the Christ, if you really in this high vibrational world, why does it take Nature Boy to tap you for you to speak on that? Why, when your brother said, hey, Velvet, why didn't you say my name is not Velvet? Why did you respond and be like, hey, what's up? But it took Nature Boy to tell you who is Velvet. Why, when your grandmother came on the screen, you was like, oh, is that Gran? And then when Nature Boy said something, you was like, oh, that's my Babylon grandmother. If I am who I say I am, I don't need anybody to remind me of who I am. But because Velvet is not really, on this Nature Boy high vibrational train, she's just pretending. It takes Nature Boy to constantly reinforce that who she is. Now, the biggest giveaway was, I watched the live with her by herself. It was the one before her daddy came online. And in this live, see, what they say in New Orleans, like, when you talk too much, you expose yourself. So in her live, she's talking about her past. She's talking about her household that she grew up in. When she's talking, she said that she always needed a lot of attention growing up, and she didn't feel like she got the attention that she needed growing up. She felt ignored. She felt invisible. She didn't feel loved by her family. That's what she said about herself. So basically, Eliana, aka Velvet, is using Nature Boy and his camp and his cult to get what she's been desiring her entire life, and that's attention. And she really hit the jackpot, because she not only has attention from her family, she has attention from the entire world now. If you watch videos with the whole camp, Eliana is the main one, running her mouth. She's the main one telling people what to do, what not to do. She overtalks Nature Boy. She overtalks the other ladies. It's because she just wants attention. She is attention hungry. The girl said it out of her mouth. Growing up, I didn't get enough attention. I'm a person that needs a lot of attention. That's what she said. That's what she said. So the girl is not brainwashed. The girl is not, a part of this cult mentally. She's physically there. But she's using this cult to get the attention that she's always wanted. And the thing about it is, Nature Boy thinks that he has manipulated her, but he doesn't even know that the right-hand woman that he has manipulated him to the point of thinking that he has manipulated her. Like, the shit is crazy. Eliana, I see right through you, sis. You're not manipulated. You're using this boy so you can get what you want, which is attention. And I don't even have an issue with you. My only issue with Eliana, aka Velvet, is that she doesn't have any respect for her parents and her family. If your mother and your father and your sisters are reaching out to you and they just want to know that you are okay and they just want to talk to you, you don't have to put yourself on a high horse and talk down about them. What's so hard about telling somebody, this is my way of life now. I still love you guys. I'm okay. I'm doing well. I hope that you guys are doing well too. Why when you talk to your mom and your daddy, you have to say things like, you're not on my level, you're not on my vibrational plane and all this other foolishness. It's okay to be, in nature and living the life that you want to live, because at the end of the day, you're grown. But what's not okay is that you feel like because you are a part of this cult that you have to demean your family. And that's the only issue that I have. And that's what makes y'all cult look like a fraud, because it's like, if you're a follower of Christ was in the midst of it all. That's the only way that you're going to save people. How are you and Nature Boy going to save people and help people to become what y'all are if y'all isolate yourself from the world? You're not doing God's work. You're not being Christ-like if you're isolating yourself from the outside world, Babylon or whatever y'all call it. So that's why it just looks like a very fraudulent, camp that you guys have, is because there is no need for you to live a better lifestyle separate from the rest of the world when you're saying that you're trying to change the world. I feel like everybody over there just wants to be seen and wants attention. That's how I feel. And, I don't have an issue with people doing what they do. But my only thing is, NOLA girl to NOLA girl, have some respect for your family. It's okay to tell your mama, yeah, I know you're trying to reach out to me and I know you love me. I love you too, but I'm just on a different journey right now. And I wish you the best. You don't have to be dirty and talk down to your family. And honestly, what really gives away that Velvet Eliana is not really, a part of this Carbonation life is because her sister, I'm going to tell you, her sister was talking in code when she was on that live with her and Nature Boy. Her sister really loved her because her sister didn't want to blast her. You could tell from the way that her sister was talking when she was saying, I don't like the fact that when I'm talking on the phone with you, you completely different. But when you get around Nature Boy, then you act a different way towards me. What that lets me know is that when Eliana is talking to her sister when Nature Boy is not around, she's singing a whole different tune when she's talking to her sister. She probably talking shit about Nature Boy and everybody else in that camp. But because her sister loved her, her sister didn't blast her. But I could read through what her sister was saying. Like, when you talk to me, it's a whole different story. But when you in front of Nature Boy, you completely change up. And the thing that made me, stick to that is because when her sister started saying that, Eliana started over talking her because she was paranoid and scared that her sister was going to spill the beans. But your sister wasn't going to out you because your sister already know what time it is. You playing games. You're not serious about carbonation. You're serious about getting attention. So, I peep game. I see what's really going on. And she could do that. She could be out here, using Nature Boy and his platform to get attention. Just don't disrespect your parents. I felt bad watching her daddy talk to her. He looked so, distraught. He looked so, tired. He having sleepless nights. You know what I'm saying? And, nobody's parents, when your parents get older, you shouldn't be trying to put no extra stress on them. So my thing to Eliana is, do what you do. But have some respect and some reverence for your parents. If you want a high vibrational level, you should be an example. You should be an example to others. You should be respectful to your parents. That would draw more followers for y'all and more people to join y'all if they saw how y'all, if you're on a higher vibrational level, you should be doing things on a high vibrational level, which means that you shouldn't be down talking your parents. You should still be able to be respectful to your parents. Or am I, maybe because I'm not, a part of Carbonation, I don't understand it. But from the outside looking in, if you are on a higher level and if you want to live a positive life and just give positive energy, I would think that all of those things will coincide, and you would give off positive energy to your people, whether they're in Babylon or not. That's just my 2 cents. Peace.